the acceleration versus time graph. Okay, AT graph. Fine. Now if I take this A on the y-axis and time on the x-axis. Okay. Now if it is a straight line, okay, if it is a straight line like this, so what can you understand from this graph? What we can understand from this graph? It is a graph of uniform acceleration because with time is the acceleration changing? Okay, yes. So it is a uniform acceleration graph. Okay. So it is constant acceleration or uniform acceleration. So a straight line parallel to time axis is uniform acceleration or a constant acceleration. Okay, fine. So at t equal to 0, the acceleration is 3. At t equal to 0.5 also 3. Okay, so the acceleration is not changing with time. No, why body will be at rest? No, body will not be at rest because there is acceleration of the body. At t equal to 0, there is acceleration. Okay, so you cannot say body is at rest. Fine. Okay, now next. Now next, if the graph is like this, a straight line inclined to A and T axis, then this graph represent what? If you take y on A, y axis, if you take acceleration on y axis and time on the x axis, then if this graph is inclined to some angle theta, it means what? This represent, yes, uniformly increasing graph. Yes, very good. It is uniformly increasing acceleration. Uniformly increasing acceleration. Fine. So acceleration uniformly increasing with time. Okay. And next type of graph, if I draw the graph like this, a straight line. Okay. So this represent what? Not deceleration, it represent uniformly decreasing acceleration. Yes. It is uniformly decreasing acceleration. Correct now. So it is uniformly decreasing acceleration. Yes, very good. Okay, so these are the graphs which we have to study. Okay, so we have discussed all the type of graphs which can be asked in your NEET exam. Basically, they will ask you velocity versus time or displacement versus time graph only. Okay, sometimes they can ask you A versus T graph, but we have discussed all the graphs. Okay, it is uniformly decreasing acceleration. Acceleration is not constant; it is decreasing. Okay, fine. Now it is acceleration versus time graph. Now that is what. Just look at the graph. Why A versus T graph it is. Okay, fine. Now there are some type of graph which do not exist. Like just tell me in your NCRT book some type of graph is given to us. Like if it is velocity time graph like this, and if I draw the velocity time graph like this, see. Now can you tell me, is this type of graph possible? Is this type of graph is possible to us? Why? Why it is not possible? Can you get me the reason for that? Time cannot be reversed. Okay, time cannot be. Okay, fine. Time cannot be reversed. That is fine. Yes. I think you all got the answer correct. That if you take any time, like let us suppose I take this time interval. At this time interval, if you take this time interval, okay, Now at this particular time interval, you can see here, we have two velocities. We have two different velocity at the same time. Is it possible? Is it possible that at a single time you have two different velocity? Like you assume to be like you assume yourself to be a particle. Can you move at a two different direction at the same time? No. So this graph is not possible because at any instant of the time, at any instant of time, we have two different velocity, which is not possible. So this graph is not possible. Understand what is the reason for not possibility of this graph? Okay. Next graph. If I draw displacement versus time graph like this, now can this graph be possible? Can this graph be possible? No. Again, the reason remains same because at any instant of the time we have two different displacement, which is not possible. So if you take this time in, if you take 0.5 second, if I take 0.5 second, we have two different displacement, which is again not possible. A particle cannot have two different positions at the same time. Okay, so this graph is not possible. Not possible. You have to write the reason why it is not possible. Okay, fine. Next. Okay, fine. Okay. Other reason can be the time cannot be decreased. You cannot decrease the time. You cannot revert back the time. That is also the reason. Okay, fine. Now next graph. If the graph is like this, let us suppose this is acceleration versus time graph. The graph is like this. Is this graph possible? No. The reason? Same reason. Okay. That at any time we cannot have two different acceleration. Okay. So if I take this time interval, if I take some time interval like this one, this see, if you take this time interval, see, if I take this time interval t, okay, you can see that at this time interval we have three different acceleration, which is not possible. Okay, so this graph is not possible to us. Okay, even if reference point is changed different also, then also this type of graph will not be possible. Okay, we cannot have two different velocity at the same time. Like you assume to be like a particle. Can you move at two different directions at the same time? Can you move? You cannot move. The same you can apply for the particle also. A particle cannot move in two different directions. So at the same time, we cannot have two different velocity. At the same time, we cannot have three different displacement also. Means two different displacement also. Like you take a displacement, okay, and you have two different displacement. Means you cannot have two different position of the particle. Okay, at the same time. Fine. In this case, you take this time interval, you find that at this time at this instant of the time, the acceleration is 1, then 2, and then 3, 2.5. You cannot have three different acceleration at the same time. Okay, fine. Here also, second graph, if you look at this, it is displacement versus time graph. So if you look at displacement versus time graph, if I take 0.5 second as a time interval, you see that at this instant of the time we have two different displacement, one 0.5, other 2.5. So both you cannot have two different position of the particle at the same time. Okay, So that is why this graph is not possible. Okay. Next, if I draw speed versus time graph like this, is this graph possible? Is a speed versus time graph possible? This is a speed and time graph. Is this graph possible to us? Yes or no? No. Why? Speed cannot be negative. Very good. Yes. The speed cannot be negative here. Here, if you look at this graph, here speed is negative. So speed cannot be negative. Cannot be negative means not possible. Graph not possible. Correct now? A speed cannot be negative here. Yes, very good. Next, if I draw distance versus time graph, distance versus time graph, okay, and graph is somewhat like this. Is this graph possible? Why? Again, the same reason. The distance cannot be negative. Yes, distance cannot be negative. Distance cannot be negative. Therefore, graph not possible. But if it was displacement, then the graph was possible. If it is displacement, then it is possible. Yes, fine. So if this particular graph was displacement time graph, then it would have been possible. But distance time graph cannot be possible. Okay, fine. No, time is not negative here. See, in this graph, time is not negative. Time is always positive. Distance is negative. No? See, time is always positive. I'm not drawing the graph on the negative side of the time axis. Time is positive only. Distance is negative. Okay, fine. Now, okay. Now, if I draw the speed versus time graph, speed, or we can say any graph you draw, like speed versus time graph, and graph is like this. Is this graph possible? A graph parallel to y-axis is possible? No. Why? Because at any instant of the time you cannot have infinite speed. Yes, you cannot have infinite speed at any instant of the time. Okay, fine. So this graph is also not possible. So I think you understand which all graph is possible and which all graph is not possible. Yes or no? I hope you understood. Okay, fine. Now if I give you some problem like this, okay, question is that which of the following graph represent uniform acceleration? Uniform acceleration. Okay, I'm drawing 4 graph in this only. Fine. Okay, which of the graph represent uniform acceleration? So I'm drawing the 4 graph in this graph itself. Okay, fine. I think you will understand this. Okay, see, this is acceleration versus time graph. Okay, so first graph I'm drawing till 1 second. Okay, this is the first graph. Okay, so first graph is this one. This is first graph. Second graph. Okay, in this only I'm drawing the graph. Okay, third graph, and this is fourth graph. Okay, which will represent the uniform acceleration? First, second, third, or fourth? Tell me. Uniform acceleration. Third graph. It is acceleration versus time graph. No, no. It is displacement versus time graph. Okay, sorry. displacement versus time graph, then which graph is possible? First one, yes. For displacement versus time graph, for uniform acceleration, this is the graph correct. Okay, so first graph is correct. Fine. For uniform acceleration, I think yesterday only I told you for uniform acceleration, the displacement versus time graph will be parabolic path. Okay, fine. Okay, so these are some graph which we have discussed. Okay, now let us do some graphical questions here. Fine. Now if I give you one problem here, this is velocity versus time graph. Okay, so this is the path which a particle is following. Okay, fine. So this is point A, point B, C, D, E, and F. Okay, can you find the displacement of the graph? Can you find the displacement of the graph? Data is given to us, velocity is in the y-axis, time is on the x-axis. So from A to B it is 1 meter per second. Then we have 1.5 to 2. Okay, can you find the displacement of the graph? Displacement, and you have to find the acceleration. Okay, find the acceleration of each part. Each part means from A to B, acceleration from A to B, acceleration from B to C, acceleration from C to D, acceleration from D to E, and acceleration from E to F. Can you get the answer? Velocity versus time graph is given to us. Okay, fine. So how we have to find the displacement? The displacement is the total area under this graph. So this is the total area. Fine. So if I can find the total area under the graph, I will find what? The displacement of the, yes, the total area will be give us the displacement. So displacement will be total area. So if you look at this is triangle first of all. A B A B. This is triangle, then rectangle, then again triangle plus rectangle, then rectangle, then triangle. Okay. So total area we can easily find. Area will be equal to this triangle ABG. ABG is one triangle. That is equal to how much? Half. Base is 0.5. Height is how much? 1. So this will come as how much? 0.5 meter. So this ABG area will be equal to ABG will be equal to 0.5 meters, 0.5 meter, which is the displacement here. Okay. Then area of this rectangle, that will be how much? 1 into 0.5. So area will be equal to area of this rectangle. Okay. That would be equal to 1 into 0.5, which is 0.5 meter. So this area from ABG, ABCD, ABG, H. So area of ABCH is equal to how much? 0.5 plus 0.5, which is 1 meter. Okay, fine. Then you have to find the area of this HCDF. Can you get the answer for this? So I think you can find all the triangle here. Half it should be 0.25. See. So what we need to do, we have to simply find the area of the all the parts. Okay, fine. So area of ABG 0.25. Area of GBCH will be 0.5. Okay, then HCDF, then DE. Okay, IJ. Okay, so area of ABG plus area of BGCH plus HCDI plus IDEFJ, then EFJ. Okay, fine. So what answer you are getting here? Tell me. Just add all the areas and get the answer. 3 meter. Okay. Yes, HCDF would be trapezium. Area will be meter square, but here if you look at this, y is meter per second, x is time. So meter per second into time will give us meter only. Here area is what? V into T na. Here area is V into T. Fine. So V is meter per second into time is second. We'll get the displacement. Yes. HCDI is the trapezium. Okay. So I think you all got the answer as 3 meter. Fine. So I think I am not solving this. Answer will come as 3 meters. Okay. Fine. Why we are finding the area? The area we are finding because the area under velocity time graph will give us displacement. That is why we are finding. So graph is given to us. We need to find a displacement of the graph. So displacement would be what? Area under the VT graph. Okay, that is why we are finding the area. So I think you all have solved and you are getting the answer as 3 meter. So that is the answer. Now we have to find the acceleration of AAP. Now AB. Now if you think, if we see the area, the acceleration is the slope of velocity time graph. So what is the slope of velocity time graph? In this case, the slope is tan theta. So we can assume this. Wait, we can assume this as angle theta. So what is the value of tan theta here? So tan theta will be equal to BG by AG. This is for acceleration AB. So BG value is 1, AG value is 0.5, which means 2 meter per second square is the acceleration of AB. So AB acceleration is 2 meter per second square. BC acceleration, what is the acceleration of BC? 0. Very good. Because the theta is 0 here. So if theta is 0, then the acceleration of BG will be again 0 meter per second square. Acceleration of CD. Now for CD, you have to take the angle theta. Okay. Then you see here. Now, what is this value? What is this value? That is 2 minus 1. 1. This is 1. This is how much? 0.5. So the acceleration of CD will come as 1 by 0.5, which is 2 meter per second square. Yes, 2 meter per second square. Very good. So the acceleration of CD will be 2 meter per second square. What is the acceleration of DE? D will be equal to 0. Yes, very good. So acceleration of DE is equal to 0 meter per second square. What is EF now? EF is not. What is the EF value? Minus 4 meter per second square. Very good. Why minus? See, if you take this angle theta, theta should always be taken from x-axis. So this is the angle theta. Fine. But the slope here will be what? 180 minus theta. Correct now. So if I find the slope here, slope of this EFH. If I take the triangle here, triangle EFH, then tan of 180 minus theta must be equal to EJ. What is EJ here? 2 by time, which is 0.5. So EJ means 2 by 0.5. This is what? The acceleration of EF. So tan 180 minus theta is what? Minus tan theta. Okay. Minus tan theta, which means tan 180 minus theta is minus. So we have to put minus here. So minus 2 by 0.5. So if you solve, you'll get minus 4 meter per second square is the answer. Okay. Displacement is the area under this graph. So if you draw this graph, the area under the graph will represent the displacement of the particle here. Fine. So I hope you understand this. Velocity is given in the graph itself, na? The velocity is given in the graph itself. Means velocity at 0 second is 0. Velocity at say velocity at 0.5 second is 1 meter per second. So from graph itself we can read the velocity there. Correct na? Is that correct or not? Okay, fine. Wait. Just wait for me 1 minute. Okay, fine. Okay. Now if I have a graph like this, velocity versus time graph. Okay. And the graph is like this. It started from 2. Okay. A straight line up to 1. This is 1. Okay. And here velocity is -2. Can you find velocity is -2 meter per second? Can you find the displacement of this graph? What is the displacement of this graph? 0. Why it is 0? What is the displacement of this graph? Displacement and distance. Two things you have to find. One is displacement. One is displacement. Another is distance. Distance traveled by the particle in 1 second. Can you get the answer for this? Distance is 2 meter. Okay, displacement -2. Okay, see what is displacement of this graph? Displacement is the area under this graph. Okay, can you find the area under this graph? So if we look at this, can I name this? This is 0, O, A, B, and C. This point we can D. So total area under this graph will give us what? The displacement here. Okay. So total area will be what? This area plus this area. The area under this graph will give us what? The the displacement of the particle. Fine. So displacement is equal to what? Area of triangle AOB, that is half into 0.5 into 2, which will come at 0.5 meter. Correct now? Half into 0.5 into 2, that is 0.25 meter. That is displacement of triangle AOB. And if I take the triangle BDC, then what is the displacement? That would be equal to half into 0.5, because now time interval is how much? 1 minus 0.5. This time interval is how much? 0.5 meter. Correct now? 0.5 into displacement velocity is -2. So this will come as how much? Minus 0.5 meter. So what is the net displacement? What is the net displacement? Total area under this graph, which is what? 0.5 minus 0.5, which will come as how much? 0 meter. So displacement will be 0 here. Correct now? Now, what is distance travel? Now, distance travel is, so distance is never negative. Okay. So even if this particle is traveling the negative side, we only have to take the magnitude of the displacement. So if the particle travels in a negative side, we always take the magnitude of the displacement. So what is the magnitude of displacement? For triangle AOB, distance is, for triangle AOB, distance is what? 0.5 meters, same as this displacement. But if you take triangle BDC, the distance is 0.5 meter only, because we only take the magnitude here. So total distance is how much? Total distance is 1 meter. 1 meter. Understood? 1 meter, yes. Okay, so distance is 1 meter, displacement is 0 meter. Okay, now can you find the acceleration of this graph? Can you find the acceleration of this graph? Can you find the acceleration? Tell me, what is the acceleration of this graph? No, no. See, here distance I am asking you. I am not. I have not drawn this. I have drawn the velocity time graph. Velocity can be negative. Okay, I did not draw a speed time graph. If it was speed time graph, then this graph would have not been possible. Okay. So what is the acceleration here? -4. Okay. See, to find the acceleration, what we have to do? We have to take the angle theta here. Okay. So we have to take the angle theta. Okay. Now here angle theta will be negative theta, because theta should always starting from this, which will be 90 minus theta, which means negative here. Okay. So acceleration is tan theta. So tan, that is -2 by 0.5, which is the acceleration here. That will come as -4 meter per second square, is the answer for this problem. -4 meter per second square. The acceleration is the slope of the velocity time graph. And I know, I think I told you about the slope, how to find the slope of the time, how to find the slope of the straight line. That is why the basic mathematics class was very important to you all. Okay, fine. Yes, you can take, if it is a straight line, then you can take the v equal to u plus at formula. Okay, but if it is a straight line only, if it is other thing, then it is not possible. It is not a speed time graph, it is velocity time graph. I clearly mentioned this. This is velocity time graph, not speed time graph. If it was speed time graph, then this graph would have not been possible itself. Okay. Speed time graph is very easy. I told you, na, speed time graph, that speed cannot be negative. So if I draw the speed time graph like this, see, this is speed time graph. It is not possible because speed cannot be negative. That is why. This represents negative speed. So negative speed is not possible for us. Okay, fine. Okay, next problem we can do. I hope you are getting this, how we are finding the area under the graph. If graph is given to us, how to find the area, how to find the speed, how to find the acceleration. Okay, fine. Okay, next, if some graph is given like this is speed, no, distance versus time graph. Okay, distance versus time graph, and the graph is like this. We have 4 different points on this graph. Okay, this is point A, this is point B, this is point C, this is point D. Okay, now which point represent the maximum instantaneous velocity? Which point represent the maximum instantaneous velocity? Which point will represent the maximum instantaneous velocity? A, B, C, or D? A, B, or C, or D? C. Answer is C. Because the slope of the C is greater than the slope of the B and D. So if the slope is maximum, if slope is more, then the velocity will be more. So if you look at the slope of C, the slope of C. So how to find the slope of the C? We have to draw the tangent here. Okay, we draw the tangent here. Fine. Then we find the angle theta. So if theta is more, the slope will be more. Okay, fine. So the value of the maximum instantaneous velocity will be point C. Okay, B is also more. Okay, B is also more. Okay, fine. So which will have more angle, B or C? Which has more angle, B or C? B. So if B has more angle, then B is the correct answer. Yes, the slope represents the instantaneous velocity. So more is the slope, more is the velocity. So which angle is more, B or C? I think B is more than C. Is that correct or not? Okay, so B is more than C, then which is the answer correct? B is correct. Okay, very good. So answer will be B, not C. Okay, so I just gave you the answer C as correct, so that you can question me why C is correct. Okay, so I think you understood this. So answer will be B here. Okay, so B is the correct answer because slope of B is more than the slope of B. D cannot be the answer. A and D cannot be answer because D slope is very less and A slope is zero itself. So A and D cannot be the answer. Okay, fine. Now, if I give you graph like this, so in this weekly test you have a lot of graphs. Okay, so you have to practice graph very properly. You have to practice the graph. Okay, fine. Now, if I velocity time graph like this, okay. Now, what can you understand from this graph? Can anyone explain to me? Relative velocity is not there. Only graph is there. What can you understand from this graph? Can you tell me? If velocity time graph is given like this, then what can you understand from this? Okay, for the some time uniform acceleration, then uniform deceleration. Very good. Yes, yes, very good. Okay, correct, correct. Okay, so if you draw the realistic condition here, if you draw the realistic condition here, at time t equal to 0 second, okay, at time t equal to 0 second, this is time t equal to 0 second. What is the velocity of the particle? It was 2 meter per second. On which side? Right side. Okay, the particle has acceleration. Can you find the acceleration of this particle? So if I find the acceleration here, say A to B, what is the acceleration here? This is theta, which is what? 3.5 by 1. 3.5 by 1 means 3.5 meter per second square. No, sorry, 3.5. This is 2. So it should be 1.5. Okay. So this is 1.5 by 1. So acceleration is what? 1.5 meter per second square. So at t equal to 0, what is the velocity? 2 meter per second. What is the acceleration? 1.5 meter per second. In which direction acceleration should be there? Plus or minus? Means right side or left side? Right side. Yes, because the velocity is increasing. Okay. Now, when this particle reaches this point, B, when it reaches B, it will have the maximum velocity. And what is the value of maximum velocity? 3.5 meter per second. But now here what happens? The acceleration become negative here. Mean direction of acceleration has changed at time t equal to 1 second. Now the acceleration is on the left side. Okay. Now the acceleration is on the left side. And what is the magnitude of that acceleration? Can you tell me? What is the magnitude of the acceleration? Infinity. How can it be infinity? Minus 1.5. Very good. Minus 1.5. How can we find the acceleration here? Again, you have to take angle theta. This theta would be negative. So tan theta will be equal to how much? 3.5 by 1 because 2 minus 1. So it is not, see, it is basically A will be equal to minus 3.5 meter per second square. Fine. I think you understand how I found acceleration here. Acceleration will be equal to 3.5 minus 0 divided by 2 minus 1 minus 3.5 meter per second square. Correct now? Now the acceleration is negative here, that is minus 3.5 meter per second square. Okay, now what will happen? Now the speed of the particle will decrease. We can see the graph. The speed is decreasing or not? It is decreasing. And at time t equal to 0, what will happen? Velocity becomes 0. But acceleration is still here, that is minus 3.5 meter per second square. Correct now? Okay, fine. Understand? Okay, now what will happen? Now the particle will move in the negative side. Okay, so the particle will turn back at point 2 and will go in the negative side. Okay, with increasing velocity. Fine. I hope you understand this graph. Okay. Slope is negative means acceleration will be negative. Again explain. Okay. See, just think. At t equal to 0, where is the particle? At origin? At origin, not at origin. At t equal to 0, what is the velocity of the particle? 2 meter per second. What is the acceleration? 1.5 meter per second square. Which means from A to B, the velocity and acceleration direction are same. That is why velocity is increasing up to B. But at B, the acceleration become negative, minus 3.5. Because of this negative acceleration, the velocity of the particle will decrease and it becomes 0 at 2 seconds. So at 2 seconds, its velocity becomes 0. Then what will happen? After 2 seconds, its velocity will increase. But in which direction? In the negative direction. So the particle will turn back at point t equal to 2 seconds. Okay. Yes or no? I hope you understood this graph. Okay. So I think time is up. You can see all the graph which we have discussed today. So we started from this graph. Okay. Any doubt you are having? I think you understand how to read the graphs. In test, we don't have relative velocity. I'm telling you now again. No relative velocity is there. Okay. Tell me what is the doubt. Okay. See, deceleration. See, deceleration means the direction of acceleration is on the negative side. Means if the body is moving in the positive side and you apply the brake and you applying the brake at a constant rate, means that the acceleration is on the negative side at the constant rate, then we say deceleration. Correct now? Uniformly decreasing acceleration means The acceleration is decreasing with time. Means like when you're driving the car, you apply the brake slowly, then you increase the brake, then you are more increase the brake. Like this, you keep on increasing the brake. Then what will happen? The acceleration will increase, but on the negative side. That is what uniformly decreasing acceleration, deceleration. No, no, it is not enough. You have to practice more. You have to practice the graphical questions more. Then only you can get the answer properly. Okay. Last question I will again repeat. Okay. Just think. At time t equal to 0 second, what is the velocity? 2 meter per second. We can see the graph. Can we read the graph or not? At t equal to 0 second, where is the particle? What is the velocity in the particle? 2 meter per second. What is the acceleration? Tell me. To find the acceleration, we have to find the slope of this graph. To find the slope, you have to take theta from this point. So if you take theta here, it would be what? 1.5 by 1. So acceleration will be 1.5 meter per second square. Now the particle moves in the right hand side. It is moving. Now when it reaches B point, it start deaccelerating. How we can say it is deaccelerating? Because the slope is negative now. Theta is negative. If theta is negative, then the particle will deaccelerate. Now what is the value of deacceleration? We can find by using this triangle. If you look at this triangle here, this length is how much? 3.5. This length is how much? 2 minus 1, which is 1. Correct now. So what is the value of tan theta here? That is equal to minus of 3.5 by 1, which is minus 3.5 meter per second square. Okay. So this is the deceleration. Now at t equal to 0, t equal to 1 second, the particle deaccelerate and the velocity becomes 0 at 2 seconds. Now when the velocity becomes 0, the particle turns back. It turns back and it starts moving on the negative side. That is why its velocity is increasing on the negative side. So this portion represent the velocity is increasing on the negative side. Okay, fine. No, deceleration means constant deceleration. Decreasing acceleration means the value of the acceleration is decreasing with time. Okay, the acceleration is decreasing with time. Don't get confused with deceleration. Okay, fine. So in this test, you have the questions of graphs. Up to graph, you have the question. So you practice graph properly. Okay, fine. You have to practice the graph properly. Most of the question is around for graphs only. Okay. So from NCRT book, you can practice graphs as well as if you have seekers material, you practice from there. Okay. Rest means see, if you have to represent AT graph, acceleration versus body at rest, it will be what? Zero acceleration. See, see, see. Just wait. Okay. If I say this is acceleration versus time graph, this is A versus T. Body at rest means the acceleration will be zero. So draw the straight line like this. This is what? Zero acceleration. That is as simple. Okay, fine. Okay, so thank you all.